You're on, brother.
Hey, good morning, sir. Good morning.
It's morning
Um,
somewhere.
Absolutely. Wherever you
You're
are on
always
the
you're always safe in saying that.
yeah, wherever you are on the flat Earth or the round Earth or whatever Earth
That's
uh,
right.
you think it is,
You are here.
you are awakened. If you're hearing this, you have awoken.
You are here in the conversation.
No doubt about it. Um, Great idea. I mean, just normally when you hear things, you don't realize that there's always an intent for sitting down, for listening. There's an intent for eating. There's an intent for going to the bathroom. No matter what you do, there's always an intent behind it. But what I enjoy so much about the conversation is that the intent is to awaken with others. Is to awaken. Is to look at aspects of what we believe is reality, um, and awaken with others. It's sort of like you know, when I used to take my little boys to the park, they always seemed to like just burst out and when they were little. I'm talking about,
They got more mature now. They're not so.
yeah, you know what I mean? 5, 6,
Sophistication sets in.
yeah, man, you take them to the park and it's like it was such a, it was such an alive thing for them. They would just start running and throwing the ball and kicking the ball and tumbling and, and so that experience makes me think of this. that 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 feeling that they had when they were, you know, you know, when I took them to the park. Um, so I like to open it up with, the idea or the thought that how do we determine if this is a dream?
My friend Jonathan would say, "Well, I'm going to pinch Jakin. I'll pinch Jakin. Does this hurt? You are here." Well, the truth of the matter, Jakata, is that we all want to bust out at the park, and we all want that freedom, that limitlessness, but we've volunteered to be confined. We've by a content that is our discontent. So, you know, the question is: this a dream? This isn't a dream. This is real. But the child of source, the child of cause, the child of God is is powerful as his source. So his willingness to put his mind to sleep, to dream another source, another father, if you will, to father a dream, if you will. That will is respected in the freedom of his and from his source. So this is the freedom. There is no confinement. Our existence is not about coercion. It is about freedom. It is the domain of the free. So if Jakarta or anyone had a will as a separate self to dream a separate existence, that would definitely be possible. Witness what we call reality on planet Earth. It is a dream. Your cause didn't leave you as a speck on a speck in a void of death. He did not leave you there. You had a will to see yourself there, and so you see yourself there. And what in that will, that power that you have as the child, as the effect of the source and the cause, you see what you want to see. You believe what you see is real, and you believe it real because you want it real. So everything feels real. I've had dreams in bed. You're tired, you go to sleep, you have dreams. I've had dreams as real as this very computer that we're speaking through right now. So the generational timeline, presumption, prima facie, false narrative, you repeat it over and over again. So that's where you think you live. You return to it in the daytime, which is really the same thing as the nighttime. The only reason you dream at night is because you get tired of the one at the day because of the discontent of the one during the day. So what kills you is your will, the wages of the illusion, the dream, is death. So you get older. Oh man, look at my life. I'm a lot like you are. We've agreed to do this, and the wages of doing it is to appear to die. So this is a dream. All physics and quantum physics is telling you the same thing. Is that it's 10 o'clock in your dream. You know what I mean? So we give it the Gregorian calendar or throw out 2 weeks and we make it more and more precise. And in that precision is an ordering system of precision. It's a machine. The dream is a machine that you are willing to appear in for value. And you're not in it, of course. You made it. You know what I mean? You are the author, maker, father of it. So that is the father of all lies. Every dreamer is the father of the dream. So you're the father of all lies. So I'm not trying to scare you, but and that's not my intention, is that you have willingly appeared to be your own Satan. So this dream is about that. So, we see a crazy dream, a capricious dream, a vacillating dream, something that's not stable, stock market, all ordering systems collapse and then rise and then collapse and then rise and then everybody rises and falls. So we see this insecurity because we want to see it. It's the only thing. The security of our source is one thing. To be separate from it would be that. Just like, oh, where are we now? Who am I? Who the hell are you? Who asked you? Shut up. So we've dreamed that in a timeline and locked ourselves into it for value. So the only way we can awaken from it and prove it is a dream is a willingness to let it go and not to value it. Not, like you said in the last conversation, not to hold it in our mind for value. So this is the willingness to awaken. So,
what is the simple lesson of the obvious?
Simple lesson of the obvious is that you are your own maker. In other words, you're dreaming. You're not the dream figure. You're not the dream figure. Everybody, believes in some way of another self, a spirit self, or, a continuity of that in a family way that we all live together. And the great grandparents, that thought that we exist other than the body that we exist, we appear in. So there's some other thing that we're part of, which is the truth, of course. But,
are you speaking about the different selves, the body, the soul, the mind, or a combination of one or two?
Well, again, there is no body. Yeah, there is no dream, so there is no body. To say mind, body, and spirit is an attempt at an ordering system to maintain the dream. We want to balance between mind, body, and spirit. Why? To maintain the dream. That's an ordering system. There's a guy on WBAI, Kamal Kakai, used to say, we're spiritual beings having a physical experience. And I would say to that, the being and the having are the same. So you can't be spirit and have body. That's impossible. So again, that's another ordering system to maintain the dream. We're clever. I mean, the child of God is clever. So all we have in dreaming is cleverness. We use symbols to deceive ourselves. So we're spiritual beings. Everybody agrees. Oh, we're spirit. You have to raise your spirit. You don't have to raise anything. You have to stop appearing as not spirit. So we want to make this valuable. We want this to be worth the effort of appearing in it. And it never had any value. It's a dream. And it never will. It's a dream. And the wages of trying to find the value in it is death. So no one's ever proved that this is valuable, and the only goal it seems to have is death. So that's not really a pleasurable goal. You know what I mean? So I mean, why? You asked the question, why do we maintain the dream? That's a good question. That's the simple learning of the obvious. That's the simple learning of the obvious. The appearance has no value. You're holding it for value. So that's the simple learning of the obvious.
So we have individually, everyone has fashioned an ordering system to maintain their dream sequence.
Yes, yeah. That's well put. Yes, yeah. That's exactly what we're doing. Every conceivable concept of ourselves in separation was made by the Maker. Yes, I am you. I am. It's like you sleep at night. Where do your dream figures come from? Some are imagined. Some might be icons in your daytime dream. But where did they come from? They came from you. So yes, we are every one. We're every acting part. We played it. We've produced the play. We directed the play. We financed the play, and then we appeared as every player. So we've done everything. That's what deja vu's about. We've done this before. We've done this. At this point in my dream sequence, I'm at the I don't see the attraction. It really comes. I'm sorry.
In your dream sequence, what is attractive?
This. Waking is attractive. Yes, yes. The acceptance of my source's will is attractive. The acceptance of my cause is attractive. My union with you is attractive. Yes. That, just like going to the park with the kids. To disappear into that limitlessness of mind, that is attractive to me. So, can we be, in this simple learning of the obvious, can we be subjective? So in a philosophic way, everyone says that true subjection is impossible. And what we would say in the conversation is that is only true if you maintain the appearance for value. Because in and of itself, this is not valuable. This is not me. I'm not the dream figure. So as long as we accept that in the very premise of the conversation, just open our minds to the possibility that you might not be the dream figure, is a welcoming to the park. In that limitless thought, the open mind. So we try to say it in the best way possible in this simple learning of the obvious, but these are mechanisms of the mind that we're using. And in dreaming, it's like we talk about at night, you have your eyes closed in the dark, so you're not actually seeing. That's also absolutely true in this dream. We're not actually seeing. I think I'm seeing you through a computer, and really the space between us doesn't exist. So everything I put in the space between us is, of course, illusion. Yes. Yeah. Wow. We are one. Wow. We are in the house of our cause. We're not in the constellation of Leo in the house of Orion. We are in our cause is our source, the house of God, if you will. We are there. I never use, to say there is no God is to be insane. You have a source. You have a source. Being the maker of our own dream, we've denied that source. Decision not to know that source. So that's the source of every dream. What we're saying. I'm sorry.
So to a large degree, you're saying that the pain that's inflicted, the reason why we have to have, well, not have to have, but the reason that there are so many psychotropic, prescriptions being done today is the fact that we are actually trying to self-medicate ourselves from the self-conspiracy of perception. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or we try to medicate ourselves away from that reality that we are source, we are one, and that this whole thing was created by us.
Yes. I think that's well stated in that we're medication prescriptions would be another ordering system. In other words, we're making something in a laboratory that's going to resolve the discontent of the appearance. You know what I mean? There's always, I always love somebody, you come up to them and they'll say, couldn't be better. And then the rest of the conversation is the litany of what they need to do. So we're not, couldn't be better. This is an appearance of discontent. This is the best of times. This is the worst of times. This is the hour of our discontent. We've agreed to appear in a content of discontentment, Again, an appearance that's not ourselves. We don't know who we are, and we don't know what our function is. So we're lost. That's discontenting. So we use the pharmaceuticals, like you just said, or we use the religious, the church to be absolved, whatever it is, we try to absolve it through an ordering system. Now everybody else thinks that we should use this product, so this product will work. Well, the best product that was ever produced is placebo. If you believe it's going to work, it will work. So the greatest product that we've ever come up with is a sugar pill that's a placebo. That has the greatest efficacy. So that ding, 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 that should tell you something right there in the simple learning the obvious, that this is in your mind. Yeah. This is in your mind. There's nothing in the sugar pill but something that could rot your teeth and be bad for your digestive system.
Wow.
So we're just believing it's a benefit, so it seems to be a benefit.
So the whole idea of ego, social status, wealth, popularity, and on the other side of the scale, dependence, debtor, creditor, borrower, we can go on and on.
Yeah.
On the scale is all self-created.
Yes. Yeah, it's like you said the other day. It was like you believe it. It's a belief you hold that you could appear not as yourself for value, and then the belief that you do believe that in the appearance, the ego, the belief that this is you, then the ego is your guide. He says, okay, I'm Mayun, who the hell is Tuum? You know what I mean? So again, it's the whole process. You're starting to order, DNA ordering, for every action there's an equal and oppositional reaction. So, that's your shadow self. Your shadow dreaming. There is nobody else, and then you see shadows or dream figures or shadow figures. Yeah. So everything is an ordering. Everything is that. Yes, in simplicity, that's it. The ordering systems appear to be complex to deceive you that they're going to work. You know what I mean? And also to hide the fact that you're the maker of the ordering system. So everything has that in it. Every ordering system, you made the ordering system. The ordering system is complex to confound you and to hide the fact that you're the maker. Okay? So everything is that in simplicity, in learning the simple learning of the obvious. This is obvious, and if you investigate cause, you see that in actual form and contracts, that's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing. You're the author, you're the maker, you're the father, if you will, and you're denying that you are that in the very appearance in the contract of identity and purpose. So that's exactly what we're doing. What you'd say in the conversation is the contract is actually a symbol of what's in your mind in your dream.
It's a written projection.
Yes. So you put it out there. It's like you were saying before. Then you believe it, and then you write the contract that states the belief. Yes. But every contract is about that, to hide the fact that you're the authorship. It's like we say with the bank, why aren't you in partnership with the bank? Because you don't want to be. You don't want to be the maker of this. You want to deny the making and then appear as a participant, just like a dream. Yes. So everything has got that dream mechanism in it, which would be denial, disassociation, and projection. Decision not to know, self, disassociation, a decision to forget that you knew self, and then to see or project. Perception is projection. A denial of both decisions before that. You know what I mean? So it's a denial, really. You're denying.
Wow.
So we invented denial. Our source didn't invent denial. It didn't give us denial in our creation. We, in the freedom, we made up denial, that we could deny self. And that would only put us to sleep. So that's what we've done. And that's really the mechanism that we use in every ordering system, is a denial. In other words, we're dreaming, and to believe a dream, you'd have to believe that you're in a dream, that you're not the dreamer, right?
Right.
That's exactly what we're doing. That's exactly what we do. That's what we do during the day, and that's what we do at night. So we're actually always sleeping, We always got our eyes closed in the dark, so we're actually not seeing. The dream during the day is the one we've worked so hard on. That's what makes us tired and puts us to sleep at night. And we suspend the laws of this dream so we can, because we're tired of this dream, we suspend the laws so we can accomplish our discontent, to solve our discontentment at night. For want of a better way to say it.
You said so. Sleep helps us dispel or
Yeah.
shift.
Yeah. Another ordering system. Yeah. So the dream would become another ordering system of suspension, of denying self, disassociating from the knowledge. Cognitive dissonance. And I mean, every dreamer that thinks he's the dream figure is cognitive dissonance. Yeah. You don't know who you are. You don't know what you are. You don't know what your purpose is.
Wow.
That's the distress of the dream. Every dream, for every body that's ever came to die, or yet will come, or who is present now, is equally confused about what he made. Yes, that's the mystery of the dream. Yeah. We're denying that we knew what we were, but we cannot totally lose it. We cannot deny it. Witness this conversation.
Wow.
So will we close this gap between this computer and you and I? Yes. That's what excites me. That's what gets me out of bed from dreaming at night. Yes. Will we close this gap? This gap doesn't actually exist. So yes, I'm excited about that. Yes.
Sleep helps us shift into sometimes restful suspension to avoid the knowledge of what we have done to ourselves.
Well, again, I mean, you could give, in this conversation, what we would do is give the dream, give the sleep at night to the one who knows what it means. You know what I mean? You always give the thought. It's like in this conversation, every time I would attempt to converse, is that I'm just trying to step out of the way and let this healing come to us. The gap in between us is actually what needs to be healed. Yes. So.
Wow.
Yeah, so the dream at night is just the same as the dream during the day. It has, quasi laws that we made up, and then suspends the laws of the quasi dream, the quasi day, and it becomes the quasi night. You know what I mean? So it's just, again, you can have a dream and wake up from it at night and not feel restful at all. What I try to do when I go to sleep now is give it to source. Give my sleeping to source. Take this burden from me. I give it to source. Yeah. No worries. We're home already. We're just dreaming that we're not, and that's really the source of our discontent.
Wow.
Oh man, take a look.